In my case, scientific vocation aroused when I started studying, thanks to a teacher at university that taught me in my second year of my degree course, Daniel Sanchez Alvarez. That was the first person that made me think of the idea of researching on computer science. I could say that our research focuses on some development points, how to achieve and introduce that intelligence in the net context. That involves foreseeing sometimes the user's behavior from different behavior patterns and having these patterns as a base, for example, to be able to overtake and make some information up, some actions that the user is going to perform and to adapt his environment so that this can be performed. And also the fact that the user moves more often every day. That is, when the user moves, walking or by car, which is today's means of transport, all the information required by the user is always available, wherever the user is at that very same moment. Embedded systems, which we have developed lately as part of this research, are being applied, for example, to the optimization of water conducts, or in watering environments or desert environments, as for instance in the area of Murcia. We're applying sensors to massive data collections in order to get the data analysis mechanism afterwards. The team is the result of that synergy and collaboration achieved between nearly equal pairs. We could say that we all have been growing up at the same time and allowing new members to join and train with us. I think that it is the awareness that by working together, much more notable results are achieved than if working individually. One of the questions that we can always find when you belong to a large group is to allow people to see other environments, work with other groups, find out what research is being done in other areas and universities. And especially for us, one of the keys previously proposed is to allow the encouragement of mobility and collaboration of our group with other groups. Nowadays, we have a large number of research contracts with national and sometimes international companies to make our research get a product. In fact, there are patents in both the embedded scope and communications scope and also in the ubiquitous systems scope. And we have always tried to keep those three legs, that is, basic research, strategic research, and applied research, which means doing things that make sense from a practical point of view. We provide tangible results very often. That is, they have a direct impact, as I previously mentioned, as regards to intelligent and ubiquitous systems. One of the results that is being applied now in prototypes that are in specialties in real tests, they are systems that improve or facilitate, for example, the monitorization of people needing special care. Elderly people, for example. The idea is to take technology to their homes so that they can be monitorized and possible problematic behaviors can be detected and taking that as a base to generate alerts and so that way people who are tracing them, doctors, social assistants, can act and can find out what is happening. At the end, the same is achieved if there is an effort. This is the key. That is one of the key pieces to understand what research is. And the second is the ability to collaborate, mainly. The most disappointing aspect, somehow, from my point of view, obviously, is that one has to research with himself and his circumstances and being able to be open to possible collaborations or new ideas that come from other scopes or from your own environment in order to supply and look for new synergies in research.